Good evening, you're watching Independence News. I'm Adam Dollar. Before we go into the stories for the evening, let me give you a hint on some of them. The World Bank says that it is changing its strategy to implement the Podda Bridge project in consultation with the Bangladesh government. Roads and highways leading away from the capital witness huge tailbacks because of the rush of people heading home for Durga Puja and Eid al-Azha. Renowned Indian poet and novelist Sunil Gangopadhyay has died of cardiac arrest. He died at his Kolkata house at the age of 78. The World Bank's country director in Bangladesh, Ellen Goldstein, has said that the multilateral lending agency is changing its strategy to implement the Podda Bridge project. She says, however, that the changes will be made in consultation with the Bangladesh government.
That we would shortly be fielding a joint mission of all of the co-financiers for Padma Bridge to begin discussing some of the changes in the implementation arrangements that have been already agreed with the government.
Anti-Corruption Commission Chairman Ghulam Rahman said today that all documents asked for by the World Bank team have been sent.
Panel of experts.
The data and information requested by the World Bank panel of experts from the Anti-Corruption Commission has all been sent.
There are tailbacks on almost all roads and highways leading away from the capital because of the huge rush of people heading home for Eid al-Azha. It's taking a long time for vehicles to get out of congestions, which adds to the sufferings of the passengers. Here's a report on that.
At different places in Kumilla, there have been traffic congestions since this morning. Vehicles on Dhaka-Chittagong highway were also moving slowly. Additional police force have been deployed at different points on the Dhaka-Chittagong highway.
Since many people are heading home for Eid, we are trying our best to help improve the situation and ensure road safety with the help of the highway police and the district police.
On the Dhaka-Tangail highway, vehicles are moving very slowly from Tangail to Goari, which is about 40 kilometers. A 3-hour commute is taking 6 to 7 hours. Passengers and cattle traders are suffering a lot due to the unscheduled delay. Traffic is also very slow on the Dhaka-Mymensingh highways, Chandina crossing and Tongi. The condition is same on the Dhaka-Naranganj highway. Dhaka-bound buses and trucks are moving slowly in Amin Bazar area of the Dhaka-Aricha highway because of large crowds in Gabtuli cattle market.
Over the last few days, people have been leaving Dhaka to celebrate Durga Puja or Eid al-Azha with their dear ones. Launch, train and bus terminals are also drawing huge crowds of outbound people. However, the Kamlapur railway station appears relatively less crowded. That's how it looked today. Kamlapur railway station authorities said that not many passengers could be seen waiting at the station. As a result, all the trains departed on time. The station manager said that many passengers are travelling by bus this Eid since road conditions have improved. However, passengers say that the recent price hike of train tickets without improving the standards of services is the main reason for fewer people opting for train journeys. The station master said that 25 trains carrying around 40,000 passengers are leaving the station every day. He added that 14 additional trains and 125 new coaches are being operated during the Eid and Puja holidays. In related news, Communications Minister Obaidul Qadir says that all highways across the country are now in good condition. He also claimed that no major traffic congestion is reported on the highways. Obaidul said that the challenging task of repairing highways across the country has almost been completed. He was talking to journalists after inspecting the work of widening risky bends on the Dhaka-Aricha highway today. The minister expressed his satisfaction over the progress of the work. In other news, renowned Indian poet and novelist Shunil Gangopadhyay has passed away. He died of a cardiac arrest at his house in Kolkata at the age of 78. The decision on his funeral will be taken after his son arrives from the USA. Till then, his body will be kept at Peacehaven Mortuary in Kolkata.
Shunil Gangopadhyay was born in Faridpur of Bangladesh on the 7th of September in 1934. He started writing in his early stage of life. Shunil also wrote with his pen names Neel Lohit, Sanatan Pathak and Neel Upadhyay. His first book of poems, Eka O Koekjon, was published in 1958, while his first novel, Atmaprakash, was published in 1966. Shunil was the president of Sahitya Academy and Paschim Bongo Shishu Kishore Academy. Shunil was married with Shati Bandopadhyay in 1967. Some of his widely appreciated works include Prothom Alo, Shei Shomoy, Purbo Paschim, Oronner Dinratri, Moner Manush, Sritir Shohor, Hothat Nirar Jonne and Ordhek Jibon. Oscar-winning Indian filmmaker Satyajit Ray made 2 films based on 2 novels of Shunil Gangopadhyay. Shunil received several awards for his contributions to Bangla literature. The awards include Ananda Puraskar, Sahitya Academy Puraskar and the Hindu Literary Puraskar. Literators say Shunil's death would be an irreparable loss for both India and Bangladesh.
Poet Bilal Chaudhry has termed Shunil Gangopadhyay's death an irreparable loss for Bengali literature.
I have been feeling very bad since I heard the news. I have to rush there under any circumstances. He said a very important thing about Bangladesh literature. He said that in the future, Bangladesh will be the capital of Bangla literature of both the Bengals.
In other news, Chief Election Commissioner Qazi Rakibuddin Ahmed has said that the main opposition BNP is not contesting any elections under the current commission because of their political reasons. However, he claims that the commission is doing everything necessary for holding elections in a fair and peaceful manner. Qazi Rakibuddin Ahmed made his statements today after meeting with law enforcers over the Tangail 3 by-polls. He said that the deployment of law enforcing agencies will depend on the poll time situation in the Tangail 3 area. On a different note, the Chief Election Commissioner said that new political parties will have to apply for registration before the 31st of December if they want to contest the next national polls. He added that a notice in this connection will be published tomorrow.
This is their stand from a political point of view. Their decision is important for the country's politics. They are boycotting elections because of their political stance. That is entirely their own decision. We will do everything necessary for holding elections in free, fair and peaceful manners.
This one is from the diplomatic arena. The newly appointed South Korean ambassador to Bangladesh, Lee Yun-yung, presented his credentials to President Zillur Rahman at Bangabhavan this morning. The ambassador said South Korea is keen to increase its investment in the country's infrastructure, energy, textile and IT sectors. The president expressed his gratitude to South Korea for continuous assistance in the economic and social development of Bangladesh. Also, the newly appointed German ambassador, Dr. Albrecht Konze, also presented his credentials to the president today. Zillur Rahman said Bangladesh and Germany's bilateral ties are in excellent condition. To continue about the German ambassador's presenting of his credentials to the president, Dr. Konze praised the industrialization of Bangladesh and expressed his country's intention of importing Bangladeshi products. There you see Dr. Albrecht Konze on the screen now. Today is the Mahanavami of the Durga Puja. The Mahanavami, which is observed on the 9th day of worshipping the goddess Durga during the Durga Puja, began in the morning through Bihit Puja. Bihit Puja of Mahanavami began around 9 in the morning. For thousands of years, the followers of the Sanatan religion are worshipping the Mother Durga for the destruction of the unholy and the emergence of peace, well-being and prosperity. After the puja formalities, Anjali and Prasad's distribution took place, and in the evening, Bhog Arati is being performed. Goddess Durga arrived this year on the back of an elephant. She will return to Kailash on a boat. To carry on with further news, I'll hand over to my colleague Adnan Hussain. Adnan, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
And of course, the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Law Minister Shafiq Ahmed has said that the government has included a provision for administrators in the cabinet-approved Amended Companies Act just to protect people's money from being embezzled. He urged businessmen not to worry over the new provision. Shafiq talked about the issue during a program in the capital today.
The purpose of appointing administrators immediately is to save assets to compensate innocent people who have been cheated. It is not the intention to escalate the investment climate.
BNP Standing Committee member Nazrul Islam Khan has said that the Amended Companies Act has created the business community's no confidence in the government. He made the comment at a program in the capital today. Nazrul Islam said that the government should have enacted a law only for the multi-level marketing companies. Referring to the Amended Companies Act, he said that the provision to appoint administrators has created instability among the business community. In a separate program at the National Press Club, another standing committee member of the party, Abdul Moin Khan, demanded release of the detained party leaders and activists before Eid al-Azha. He said that the government cannot enjoy Eid, putting BNP leaders on remand in false cases. The Press Club program was organized to demand release of Jubadol President Muazzam Hossain Alal.
The new rules stipulate that whenever the government wants, they can interfere in any commercial organization or institution. The people we see involved in corruption today could be punished in many ways. But instead of doing that, such laws are being enacted, making the country's entire business community worried.
Meanwhile, Commerce Secretary Ghulam Hussain has said that an administrator will be appointed to the Destiny Group within the next 2 to 3 weeks to safeguard its assets. He said this at a media briefing in the capital today. Sacrificial animals are being sold online now. Online cattle market are gaining popularity among the buyers who want to avoid hassles.
Nowadays, sacrificial animals are being sold online. Some websites have been developed to sell sacrificial animals. Customers can see images of cattle, their description and prices, and then purchase online. Authorities of a website named Web Korbani claim that all animals listed on their website have already been sold out. Online cattle sellers say it is much easier and beneficial to purchase sacrificial animals online. One can select and buy animals after seeing their images and other details including weight, height and price. After a customer buys a cow online, it is delivered to the customer.
Here you can see the images of all our listed cattle. You can see all the details like price, weight, and even to whom the cow is sold.
Customers who are buying cows online say that buying cows this way is hassle-free.
All necessary details of animals are provided on website. Weight, height, price, everything. And the purchasing method is very convenient.
Several companies are selling sacrificial animals online. Some of them have their own farms while others get animals from other sources. Online animal sellers say that many Bangladeshis living abroad are buying cows for their relatives here in Bangladesh.
Trading on the Dhaka Stock Exchange or DSE saw a gain on the third working day of the week as well as the last working day before Eid holidays. Most of the issues traded today has made advances. The DSE General Index gained 59 points today to close at 4,574. Of the 274 issues traded, prices of 191 increased, 65 declined and 18 remained unchanged. The turnover volume stood at 3.97 billion taka. Stock investors and others concerned think that the steps taken by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, to control the market manipulation and other irregularities are not sufficient. They also say the lack of appropriate measures by the Commission are encouraging the manipulators.
The general index touched the 8,000-point mark at the Dhaka Stock Exchange in 2010. But the index shed around 1,800 points in December in the same year, and in January the following year. It is widely alleged that about 50 billion taka were funneled away from the market at that time. It was alleged that the Lanka Bangla Finance and its broker agent Lanka Bangla Securities helped market manipulation at the time. The SEC served a show cause notice to Lanka Bangla at the time for providing additional margin loan in favor of a telecom company and providing illegal netting facilities. The Lanka Bangla was also fined 5 million taka for manipulating shares of Kia Cosmetic Company. The investors said that such manipulations still continue in the capital market. Stock investors demanded stern action against such irregularities.
If the case is filed, the highest fine will be 500,000 taka and 1-year jail term. They have sold shares of millions of taka. They will find nothing wrong with paying the maximum fine.
If they can be safe by giving only 50 million taka fine for funneling away 2 billion taka, they will continue to do it, and this will encourage others.
SEC officials did not comment on the issue. However, general investors are demanding amending the law to take action against these irregularities for the greater interest of the capital market.
That's all from me. Back to you, Adam.
Well, I'm afraid there's no time for more, so we'll just say good night to our viewers. Thank you very much for watching us tonight. Do come back at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. We hope you'll be with us then. Thank you and good night from both of us.
Good night.